Who's got the spark? Who's got the drive? Who's got it? Who's got it? We're building leaders who'll thrive. That's right, that's right. Confident, strong, like a lion's roar. We're here to help you soar. The exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional children's tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Got dreams to chase, let's light the flame. We light it. Stand tall, be you, don't play their game. Be brave. Character, strength, we'll build it high. Let's all shout it together. Why? Exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional children's tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Join the tribe and you'll see the best version of you will be free. Who's got the spark? Who's got the drive? Who's got it? Who's got it? We're building leaders who'll thrive. That's right, that's right. Confident, strong, like a lion's roar. We're here to help you soar. The exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional children's tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Got dreams to chase, let's light the flame. We light it. Stand tall, be you, don't play their game. Be brave. Character, strength, we'll build it high. Let's all shout it together. Why? Exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional children's tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Join the tribe and you'll see the best version of you will be free. Who's got the spark? Who's got the drive? Who's got it? Who's got it? We're building leaders who'll thrive. That's right, that's right. Confident, strong, like a lion's roar. We're here to help you soar. The exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional children's tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Got dreams to chase, let's light the flame. We light it. Stand tall, be you, don't play their game. Be brave. Character, strength, we'll build it high. Let's all shout it together. Why? Exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional children's tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Join the tribe and you'll see the best version of you will be free. Who's got the spark? Who's got the drive? Who's got it? Who's got it? We're building leaders who'll thrive. That's right, that's right. Confident, strong, like a lion's roar. We're here to help you soar. The exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it Exceptional Children's Tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Got dreams to chase, let's light the flame. We light it. Stand tall, be you, don't play their game. Be brave. Character strength, we'll build it high. Let's all shout it together. Why? Exceptional Children's Tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional Children's Tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Join the tribe and you'll see the best version of you will be free. Who's got the spark? Who's got the drive? Who's got it? Who's got it? We're building leaders who'll thrive. That's right, that's right. Confident, strong, like a lion's roar. We're here to help you soar. The Exceptional Children's Tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional Children's Tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Got dreams to chase, let's light the flame. We light it. Stand tall, be you, don't play their game. Be brave. Character strength, we'll build it high. Let's all shout it together. Why? Exceptional Children's Tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional Children's Tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Join the tribe and you'll see the best version of you will be free. Who's got the spark? Who's got the drive? Who's got it? Who's got it? We're building leaders who'll thrive. That's right, that's right. Confident, strong, like a lion's roar. We're here to help you soar. The Exceptional Children's Tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional Children's Tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Got dreams to chase, let's light the flame. We light it. Stand tall, be you, don't play their game. Be brave. Character strength, we'll build it high. Let's all shout it together. Why? Exceptional Children's Tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional Children's Tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Join the tribe and you'll see the best version of you will be free.
People teach from knowledge, others teach from experience, but only if you teach from conviction, purpose, and a life lived intentionally. Allow me to introduce to you one of these few persons, a children's confidence coach whose life work is centered on raising confident, grounded, and purpose-driven children. Coach JMO, the founder and lead coach of the Exceptional Children's Tribe, a community committed to helping children discover who they are, build confidence, and grow into their full potential. She's a passionate Christian, a woman who leads with faith, integrity, and example, believing that value, identity, and purpose must be built early and lived daily. Coach JMO is a profound public speaker and exceptional catalyst with years of experience speaking at conferences, workshops, and meetings where she gives practical tools for growth, confidence, and intentional living. She's an exceptional author who has written over 35 books that has caused tangible transformations in the confidence and growth of children with exceptional testimonies from parents. Beyond the platforms, she's happily married and a proud mother, raising beautiful, confident children, living out the very principles she teaches. Her work is not just what she does, it's who she is. Because JMO believes every child is exceptional, and with the right guidance and structure, every child can thrive exceptionally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, parents and champions, please join us as we welcome Coach JMO. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, amazing parents who's here with me. I want to see your comments in the comment section. Good evening, wonderful parents. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's such an honor to be doing this with you all. I am so honored to be here with you today. Please, in the comment section, kindly tell us your name, where you're joining us from. Just tell us in the comment section your name and where you're joining us from. Thank you so much again for being here. Thank you. I'm looking at the comments. Keep it coming. Thank you for being here. Today is a very special day. Today, we're not just gathering for a workshop. No. Today, we are celebrating a journey of discovery, a journey of courage, a journey of growth and transformation. This Sunday marks 1 year of the Exceptional Children's Tribe, and I am so thrilled to welcome each one of you to this moment. Welcome, Mr. Hello, I can see you. Let me just take you back to where we began. Thank you, Chiso, I can see you. I remember the very first day I vividly walked into a room filled with children. It was my second daughter's class, I can remember. Some children were shy, some were hesitant, some were wide-eyed, wondering if they would be seen, right? Some were they were just, in fact, there was a boy that was sitting quietly, fidgeting in the corner, afraid to raise his hand. A girl sat staring at her feet, whispering to herself, doubting if her ideas mattered. And yet, beneath that quiet, I sensed sparks, small sparks of potential waiting, yearning to shine. Honestly, in that moment, I realized something profoundly simple and yet life-changing. These children are not broken. They are exceptional, but the world hasn't yet given them the tools to know it. And so the Exceptional Children's Tribe was born not as another program, no, not as another activity, no, but as a movement, a space, a sanctuary where children could step into their brilliance safely, explore their emotions and grow into their fullest potential. We started with a vision to equip children with the skills, confidence, and emotional intelligence that schools often overlook. Because while academic skills are important, of course, very important, I realized that emotional mastery, resilience, self-awareness, and leadership are the true pillars of lifelong success. Thank you, Uche. I can see you. Welcome here. Over the past year, the tribe has grown not just in numbers, but in impact. Children who were once hesitant to speak up now lead small groups with courage. Those who struggle to express themselves now label their feelings and navigate them with calm. Shy smiles have blossomed into confident laughter, timid steps into bold leaps. Parents, what you may not always see is that every meltdown, every tear, every moment of doubt is actually an opportunity for growth, for learning, for co-regulation, for the brain to strengthen its pathways towards mastery. And in the tribe, we intentionally create these opportunities, guided by research, neuroscience, and proven practices, so that every child discovers that being exceptional is not about being perfect. It's about being fully themselves.
Welcome, Mrs. Chinas. I can see you. Let me share some numbers with you because data tells a story too. In just 1 year, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. We've positively impacted over 100 children, helping them build emotional awareness and confidence. Our programs have incorporated several hours of practical, research-backed exercises in emotional intelligence, self-mastery, and creative thinking. And behind each number is a child, a unique spark, a potential waiting to ignite. Parents, I want you to pause for a moment and imagine your own child in the tribe. Imagine them navigating big emotions with calm, expressing themselves clearly, standing strong in their uniqueness, laughing, exploring, learning, thriving. How would it feel for you to witness that transformation firsthand? That right there is why we exist. Not to compete with schools, no. Not to add another program to your child's busy schedule. No, we exist to partner with you, the parent, to raise children who are not just smart, but exceptional in heart, in mind, and in spirit. And today, as we celebrate 1 year of this movement, we honor every child who has joined us, every parent who trusted us, and every moment that showed us what is truly possible. When a child's potential meets guidance, mentorship, and intentional growth. So, as we dive into today's session, remember this: the Exceptional Children's Tribe is not just a program, no, it's a movement. It's a movement that equips your children to become confident, emotionally intelligent, resilient leaders of tomorrow. It is a movement that ignites every parent to step into the most powerful role that they can ever have, the role of shaping emotionally grounded, confident, and exceptional children. Parents, let's celebrate together. I want you to say this to yourself. Say, I am raising an exceptional child. Please say it wherever you are. Say it to yourself. I am raising an exceptional child. Yes, that belief, that vision, that is what drives the tribe. That is why we exist. That is what makes this celebration so meaningful. And today, we take a momentum into a deeper space, helping you guide your children from meltdowns to emotional mastery. Thank you. I can see all the comments. So they can thrive at home, at school, and in life. So let's begin and let's continue this journey of transformation together. Let's talk about, the overall goal of this workshop, from meltdown to emotional mastery. Are you here? Are you still here with me, parents? Thank you so much. I can see everyone. Thank you, Mrs. Chiso from UK, Mrs. Uche from UK. Thank you, Mrs. Tina. Sir, I can see all of you, and thank you for your good wishes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Elohor. I can see you all. Thank you. And if your friends or anyone you know is not here, please go and invite them. It's a very good time to share this link on your status everywhere. Just share it to the groups you belong to. Let them join us. This discussion is a critical one. It's very important for every parent to hear what you're going to hear today. This is a very profound teaching, and I would like as many people as possible to be here. Thank you again for being here. Thank you. So let's talk about the goal of this teaching today. Now, by the end of this session, you parents will, one, you will understand why children have big emotions from a neuroscience and developmental perspective. Number two, you will learn deep research-backed techniques to help children regulate emotions. Three, you will acquire practical tools to respond to meltdowns with calm authority. And then you'll be ready to apply these skills during the Master My Emotions Challenge with your children, right? I really hope that you have registered your children for the Master My Emotions Challenge. Because every child deserves to understand how to be the boss of their emotions, how to be the boss of their own emotions. And that is exactly what we'll teach them in that 1 week challenge. So if you haven't registered, please ensure to register your child. Now, let me take you into a moment I will never forget. There was a child who was in full meltdown mode. Tears streaming, body stiff, voice loud. The kind of moment where, as a parent or caregiver, your heart starts racing. Because you don't know whether to shout, whether to plead or threaten or just walk away. That kind of situation. The adults around this child were exhausted. They had tried everything. Consequences, rewards, warnings, timeout, and nothing was working. I knelt down to the child's level and I did something very different. I didn't correct the behavior. I didn't lecture. No. I didn't demand calm. No. I simply said to this child, I said, I can see something big is happening inside you. Your feelings are loud right now, but you are safe. And something remarkable happened. Not instantly, but slowly. The child's breathing changed. The tension in the shoulders softened. The tears didn't stop immediately, but the fight did. In that moment, I wasn't controlling the child. I was partnering with the child's brain. That moment confirmed something I've seen over and over again in children across different homes, across different cultures and personalities. Most emotional outbursts are not acts of defiance. They are cries for guidance from an immature brain that doesn't yet know how to regulate, how to self-regulate. And this is why I need every parent here to listen very carefully. This is not about raising quiet children. No. This is not about punishment, fear, or even control. This is not about forcing obedience at the expense of emotional health. This is about partnership. Partnering with your child's developing brain so you can guide them, not just through behavior, but through emotional mastery. Because here is the truth many parents were never taught. Your child's emotions are not problems to fix. They are not. They are signals, they are messages from their inner world telling you what skills have not yet fully developed. Anger is not bad behavior, it's a signal of overwhelm. Meltdowns are not manipulation, they are signs of emotional overload. Shutting down is not disrespect. It is often a stress response. When we mislabel these signals as bad behavior, we miss the opportunity to train the very skills our children desperately need: self awareness, emotional regulation, resilience, and calm under pressure. There's a powerful insight from a leading neuropsychiatrist who says children do not lack self control, they lack brain maturity. Let that sink in. Your child is not broken. Your child is not lazy. Your child is not intentionally difficult. Do you understand? Their brain is still under construction. And when we expect emotional mastery from an immature brain without training it, we end up frustrated. We end up shouting. We end up confused. And sometimes doubting ourselves as parents. But what if I told you that emotional regulation is a skill? And like every skill, it can be taught, it can be strengthened, it can be practiced intentionally. This is the foundation of the Master My Emotions Challenge. We don't shame emotions, we don't suppress feelings, we don't ignore outbursts. We train the brain. We help children to name what they feel, to understand why they feel it, and learn what to do with those feelings in real time, in everyday life. Because emotional mastery is not something children magically grow out of, it is something they grow into with the right guidance. And when children master their emotions, everything changes. their confidence rises, their focus improves, their relationships become healthier, their behavior transforms, not because they are afraid of consequences, but because they finally feel understood and equipped. This is why we do what we do in the Exceptional Children's Tribe. And this is why the Master My Emotions Challenge is not optional. It is foundational. We're not just raising children who behave well. We are raising children who understand themselves, children who can pause, process, and choose wisely, even when emotions run high. And that is the kind of child who thrives not just now, but for life. Who thrives for life. Let me now take you inside what actually what is actually happening in your child's brain when a meltdown shows up. Because once you see it from the inside out, frustration gives way to understanding and confusion gives way to clarity. Are we here? When a child is melting down, what you are witnessing is not a character flaw. Do you understand? You are witnessing brain architecture at work. Did you get that? Every child's brain is built in layers, and those layers don't mature at the same time. At the very base of the brain is what we often describe as the survival brain. This is the part responsible for fight, flight, or freeze. It doesn't care about manners. It doesn't care about logic. This part of the brain, it doesn't care about consequences or even tomorrow morning. Its only job is one thing: keep me safe right now. Did you get that? On top of that sits the emotional brain, the limbic system. This is where feelings live: joy, fear, anger, excitement, shame. This part of the brain is powerful. It is fast and is deeply reactive. It is fully online when childhood, when it feels online in childhood. And then much later, we have the thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex. This is the part responsible for regulation, planning, impulse control, reflection, empathy, and decision making. This is the CEO of the brain. Now, here's the part most parents were never told. That CEO is under construction all through childhood and well into teenage years as well. So when big emotions show up, what happens is this: the emotional brain goes into overdrive and the thinking brain goes offline. Did you see that? This is why in the middle of a meltdown, reasoning does not work at all. Explaining does not work. Threatening does not work. Lecturing does not work. Are you seeing that? Not because your child is stubborn, no, but because the part of the brain required to hear you is not accessible in that moment at all. It's not even accessible, it's not online. In neuroscience, we call this emotional hijacking. When emotional arousal spikes, rational thinking shuts down. Research shows that when the emotional center of the brain is hijacked, up to half of a child's cognitive capacity is temporarily unavailable. Let me say that again, because this changes everything. In the middle of a meltdown, your child is not choosing to be unreasonable. Their brain is physically incapable of assessing reason. So when we ask questions like, why are you acting like this? Or you know better than this now. Or we use words like we are just asking a developing brain to do something it literally cannot do in that moment. Did you understand that? Now, here's where age matters deeply. A child between the ages of 3 and 7 has intense emotions with very limited verbal processing. They feel everything loudly, but they do not yet have language, the perspective, or even the internal brakes to slow down feelings. Do you understand? Their emotions arrive like waves, and they don't yet know how to even surf. Did you get that? Children between 8 and 12 begin to develop better regulation. They can reflect after the storm, but they are still easily overwhelmed, especially when they are tired, hungry, overstimulated, or emotionally triggered. They need coaching. They need coaching, not criticism. Adolescents are a whole other category. Emotional intensity peaks, the social brain becomes dominant, and peer perception suddenly matters more than logic. Their emotional engine is powerful, but the brakes are still developing. That's why you see volatility, impulsivity, and emotional swings that feel confusing and at times alarming, right? When parents don't understand these developmental differences, they personalize the behavior. They think, my child is being difficult, or something is definitely wrong with my child, or even I'm failing as a parent. No. Once you understand the brain, everything shifts. You stop asking, how do I stop this behavior? And you start asking questions like, what skills is my child missing right now? This is where attachment science becomes critical, right? Decades of research by John Bowlby and later expanded by Mary Ainsworth showed us something profound. Children who feel securely attached recover from emotional distress faster and regulate better over time. Did you see that? Why? Why is this so? Because they experience co-regulation before self-regulation. Did you get that? They borrow the calm of a safe adult until their own nervous system learns how to create calm from the inside. Secure attachment is not about permissiveness, no. It's not about letting children do whatever they want to do. No. Did you get that? It's not about removing boundaries. No, it's not. It's about connection before correction. Did you get that? It's about lending your regulated nervous system to a child whose system is overwhelmed. When a child feels seen, safe, and supported during emotional distress, their brain learns something powerful. I can return to calm. And over time, that calm becomes internalized. Did you get that? It becomes internalized. This is why forceful control may stop behavior temporarily, but it does not build emotional mastery. In fact, it often delays it. So here's the framework I want every parent to walk away with today. A meltdown is not a moral failure. A meltdown is not disobedience. A meltdown is not a parenting emergency. A meltdown is your child's brain begging for help. I'll say that again. A meltdown is your child's brain begging for help. Okay, someone is asking, is this for parents? This is for parents, please. No child should be here. This session is for parents. We specified it very clearly that it's for parents. It's for parents. No child should be here. I'm talking to parents, please. Thank you. And thank you for asking. Thank you so much. I can see the good wishes. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Miss Eloha has answered you. She told you it's for parents. Yes. Thank you, Miss Eloha. All right. Thank you. And your role is not to dominate the moment. Do you understand? It is to guide that moment. It is to guide the moment. Co-regulation is the bridge. Is the bridge. Do you understand? It's not control. Control is not even the bridge. When we teach children how emotions work in their brain, when we practice calming strategies before the storm, and when we respond differently during the storm, something extraordinary happens. Do you know what happens? Children begin to recognize their internal signals. Children begin to pause. They begin to recover faster. They begin to feel capable instead of ashamed. Did you get that? And that is emotional mastery. Yes. This is exactly why the Master My Emotions Challenge, that's why it exists, actually. Because emotional regulation is not a personality trait. No. It is a trainable skill. And when we intentionally train it, we don't just reduce meltdowns. We raise children who understand themselves, children who trust themselves, children who are equipped for life. Are you still here? Now, let me help you see something most parents miss. Because meltdowns do not begin at the peak. Do you understand? They begin long before the explosion. Once you understand the anatomy of a meltdown, you stop feeling blindsided. You stop reacting in panic. You stop responding with precision. You start responding with precision. Do you understand? So let's talk about the anatomy of a meltdown. The anatomy of a meltdown. A meltdown always follows a pattern. It always follows a pattern. Always, always. The first stage is the trigger, right? This can be external. It could be a loud environment, a sudden change of plans, a correction, a sibling conflict. It could be hunger. It could be tiredness. It could be overstimulation. And it can also be internal, like frustration, embarrassment, fear, disappointment, feeling misunderstood, things like that. Many parents miss this stage because the trigger often looks small. Do you understand? On the outside, it looks small. But to a child's nervous system, it can feel enormous. It can feel really enormous. Then comes the build-up stage. This is the most important stage and the most ignored stage. Did you see that? The body starts speaking before the mouth ever does. That's the build-up stage. Breathing becomes faster, or even shallow. The face may flush. The jaw tightens, the hands clench, the body becomes maybe restless or rigid. The voice changes tone. This is the nervous system sending early warning signals. At this stage, the emotional brain is heating up, but the thinking brain is still partially online. Do you understand? This is the window where guidance is most effective. Yet many parents wait until the explosion before stepping in. That's the problem. When this stage is missed, the meltdown moves to the peak. This is the full emotional hijack. At this point, the limbic system has taken over completely. The survival brain is in charge. Logic is inaccessible at that point. Language processing is impaired. The child is no longer choosing behavior. The behavior is just happening to the child. Did you understand? This is where parents often escalate unintentionally, raising voices, threatening consequences, demanding explanations, repeating instructions louder and louder. Well, here's the truth. Once a child reaches the peak, the goal is no longer teaching. Did you get that? The goal is safety, emotional safety, physical safety, relational safety. Did you get that? This is not the moment to correct at all. This is not even the moment to lecture. This is not the moment to win. No. This is the moment to be the calm your child's brain cannot access. The calm that your child's brain cannot access on its own. Did you get that? And then often overlooked comes the recovery stage again, the recovery stage. The child may appear calm again, but the brain is still sensitive. The nervous system has been through a storm. This is where emotional learning actually happens. After the wave has passed, do you understand? Now, let me explain your role at each stage because this is where parents gain power, not guilt, right? Your role at each stage. In the early stage, your role is anticipation, okay? This is where you intervene gently. You name what you can see. You reduce stimulation. You offer regulation tools. You guide before the spiral begins. Do you understand? In the peak stage, your role is regulation, not control, not correction, regulation. Your calm voice, your steady body language, your grounded presence. Do you understand? Because here's something critical. Every parent must understand this very, very importantly. Children do not calm themselves in isolation first. No, they calm themselves through us. The child's nervous system is constantly scanning the environment for safety cues. And the strongest cue is you, the parent. Yes. Neuroscience shows us that children's brain contain like mirror neurons. They are designed to automatically absorb the emotional tone of the people around them. Do you get that? That means your emotional state transfers instantly. A calm parent lowers the child's nervous system. An anxious parent heightens it. An angry parent amplifies the meltdown. Do you understand? This is not about being perfect. This is about being regulated enough to lead. Did you get that? And then in the recovery stage, your role becomes, meaning making, meaning making. This is where you help your child understand what happened. Did you get that? You label the emotion, you validate the experience, you reflect together, you build emotional language. This is where emotional intelligence is formed. Not in the heat of the moment, no, but in the safety after it. And here is the most important reframe I want you to live with today. A meltdown is not the failure. Missing the signal is the failure. Did you get that? When parents learn to recognize the early signs, respond calmly at the peak, and guide intentionally during recovery, meltdowns lose their power. They become moments of learning instead of moments of fear. Do you understand? They become opportunities for growth instead of battles to survive. This is exactly what we train inside the Master My Emotions Challenge. Did you get that? We don't just tell the children to calm down. We teach them how calm works. We don't just react to emotions. No, we decode them. We don't just stop meltdowns. We build emotionally intelligent humans. And once parents see the anatomy of a meltdown clearly, they stop asking, what is wrong with my child, right? They start asking, how do I guide this moment wisely? How do I guide it wisely? And that question changes everything, totally. That question changes everything. Let's talk about tools for emotional mastery. Are you still here? Can I be heard and seen? Tools for emotional mastery. Let's talk about the tools for emotional mastery. All right. Now I want to move us from understanding into equipping, okay? Because insight without tools only creates awareness, not transformation. So I don't want to just give you awareness. No. Everything I've shared so far, leads to this truth. Emotional mastery is built, not demanded, right? We've settled that. And it's built through intentional, repeatable practices that train the brain over time. Okay, let me start with the foundation of all emotional regulation in children. The foundation is co-regulation. Co-regulation, right? Co-regulation. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Eloha. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. So the foundation is co-regulation because before a child can calm themselves, they must first experience calm with someone else. Do you understand? That is not weakness. That is neuroscience, okay? When a child is overwhelmed, your first job is not to fix the behavior. No, it is to anchor the nervous system. Did you get that? You do that first by naming what you see, not accusing, not diagnosing, simply reflecting. I can see you're really frustrated right now. I notice your body feels tense. Something feels unfair, doesn't it? Something like that. When you name the feeling, you reduce its intensity. The brain begins to shift from raw emotion towards awareness. This alone can lower emotional arousal. Do you understand? Then you regulate the body. Breathing is the fastest is the fastest way into the nervous system. Breathing. When you breathe slowly, deeply, and rhythmically, you with your child, you are literally lending them your own calm. A simple pattern that works beautifully is this: you inhale for 4, like inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Long exhale signal safety to the brain. So you inhale and you like count 4 in your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you exhale. You hold it for a while. You exhale for 6. Like, it helps the brain. It helps so much. And you do this with your child. Do you understand? Breathing is very important. You can add physical grounding, like feet flat on the floor, a hand on the heart, a gentle squeeze on the shoulders if your child allows it. Do you understand? These are not tricks. These are signals of safety to an overwhelmed nervous system. And here is a crucial balance every parent must learn. We validate emotions without caving on boundaries. Do you understand? You don't have to cave on boundaries. I understand why you feel this way. And we are still going to handle this safely. Okay? I hear you, and I'm here to help you through it. Validation doesn't mean agreement. Empathy does not mean permissiveness. Connection does not cancel leadership. That's the truth. Now, let's talk about emotional language, because what children cannot name, they cannot manage, they cannot tame, right? Research by John Gottman, it's John Gottman, showed that children with a rich emotional vocabulary experience significantly fewer tantrums. Why? Because language gives the brain a bridge between feeling and action. Did you get that? When children learn words for disappointment, frustration, jealousy, excitement, embarrassment, and overwhelm, emotions stop feeling like chaos and start feeling like information. This is why daily emotional labeling matters. It matters a lot. You narrate experiences. Like, you felt proud when you finished that. That was disappointing. I could see it on your face. You're labeling emotions. You were nervous and you still tried. You're labeling emotions. This is emotional coaching in everyday life. Do you understand? Next, we intentionally strengthen the prefrontal cortex, right? The part of the brain responsible for pause, reflection, and choice, right? We do this through activities that slow down reaction time, like games that require waiting turns, very important. Games that involve stopping and starting, very important. Simple pause and choose moments. For older children, journaling is key. Emotional charts or even short reflection prompts help translate feelings into thought. Even asking, what was the hardest part of your day, begins to build insight. Mindfulness is another powerful tool, mindfulness, and it does not need to be complicated at all. 2 to 3 minutes a day of guided breathing, body scanning, or quiet reflection has been shown to improve emotional regulation. Consistency matters more than duration. I hope we know that consistency matters a lot. Now, let me introduce something that changes everything for parents. Trigger mapping. Trigger mapping. Meltdowns are rarely random. Do you know that? When you begin observing patterns, you gain power. Is it transitions? Is it hunger? Is it fatigue? Crowded environments? Correction in front of others? Sibling comparison? When parents map triggers against responses, they stop reacting late and they start intervening early. Do you get that? You adjust routines. You prepare the child ahead of time. You lower expectations when the nervous system is already taxed, is already taxed. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Honestly, it's wisdom. And finally, let's talk about emotional first aid. What happens after the meltdown itself? What happens after the meltdown? After a child calms down, their brain is open for learning. Do you get that? but also vulnerable at that stage. This is where we lead with comfort, not judgment. A hug, if welcomed. A calm tone, no shame, no lecture. Then later, not immediately, you reflect together. Reflect with your child. What happened? What did your body feel like? What do you think your brain needed at that moment? What could help next time? Ask questions. This is where emotional mastery is consolidated. Did you get that? Let me say this clearly, all right? We do not raise emotionally strong children by demanding control. No, we raise them by teaching regulation patiently, repeatedly, and intentionally. This is exactly what we do inside the Master My Emotions challenge. We don't overwhelm children. We train them gently. And when families practice these tools together, meltdowns stop being moments of fear and starts becoming moments of growth. Did you get that? Moments of growth. This is how emotional intelligence is built. This is how resilience is formed. This is how children become confident, regulated, and secure. And this is why this work is not optional. This is essential, very essential. Now, let me speak to the thoughtful parents in the room. Yes, the ones who don't want tips but want the truth, right? The parents who are asking, what is really happening beneath the behavior and how do I shape it wisely? Are you here? Are these parents here? Okay, let's go. This is where we go beyond surface level parenting and into the science of transformation. Are you ready? Let me introduce you to a framework that quietly explains why some children calm quickly and why others stay stuck in distress longer than expected. All right? It is called polyvagal theory. It was developed by Stephen Porges, something like that. At its core, this theory explains how the autonomic nervous system governs our sense of safety and threat long before conscious thoughts kicks in. Your child's body is constantly asking one question: am I safe right now? Am I safe right now? When the answer is yes, the nervous system stays regulated. When the answer is no, the body shifts automatically into survival mode: fight, flight, or freeze. Did you get that? Here's the insight that changes everything for parents. Children do not decide their emotional state. Oh. No, they don't. Their nervous system detects it. And the strongest signal their nervous system reads is you, the parent. Your tone of voice, your facial expression, your posture at that time, your proximity at that time. A calm, warm voice tells the nervous system you are safe. A tense face tells it, something is wrong. Distance can signal abandonment at that time, while gentle closeness can signal protection. Did you get that? This is why yelling, calm down, never works. The nervous system doesn't understand words first. It understands tone. Parents often think regulation is about what they say. No. In reality, it's about who they are being at that moment. Who they are being at that moment. Now, let me give you something incredibly hopeful, right? The brain is not fixed. This brings us to neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated experiences. Every single time you guide your child through a meltdown with connection instead of control, something extraordinary happens inside their brain. New neural pathways form. Pathways that say, I can feel big emotions and return to calm. I am safe even when I'm upset. I don't need to explode to be heard. This is not motivational talk. Oh. This is biology. Do you understand? This is biology. The brain learns through repetition, and every regulated response you model becomes a template your child's brain stores. This means behavior is not destiny. Emotional patterns are not permanent. What looks hardwired is often just well practiced. Do you understand? And practiced patterns can be reshaped. Now, let's talk about executive function, the skills that separate emotional reactivity from emotional mastery. Executive function. Executive function includes memory, flexibility, attention, impulse control, and emotional regulation. These skills live in the prefrontal cortex, and they do not develop automatically. No, they don't. They must be trained. That's the truth. They must be trained. It's why some children struggle with transitions, right? Emotional outbursts, or even focus, not because they lack intelligence, but because these skills are still under construction. Did you get that? And here's the good news. Executive function strengthens through intentional challenges, games that require waiting and taking turns, activities that involve adapting to new rules, reflection exercises that ask, what could I try differently next time? Things like that. When children practice these skills in calm moments, they access them more easily during emotional ones, during emotional moments. Do you understand? This is how mastery is built. Not through pressure, but through practice, through practice. Let me say this clearly to every parent listening now. You're not waiting for your child to grow out of emotional struggles. No, you are actively shaping the brain that they are growing into. Do you understand? This is why the Master My Emotions Challenge is very important. This is why it works, actually. Because it aligns with how the brain actually learns. We guide nervous systems. We train executive functioning skills. We build emotional language. We reshape patterns gently, consistently, and powerfully. This is science-backed hope. Yes. Not wishful thinking, not trial and error. No. Not even fear-based discipline. No. Hope rooted in neuroscience. Did you get that? And when parents understand these things, they stop asking, what's wrong with my child? Right? They start asking, how do I guide this brain wisely? How do I guide this brain wisely? That shift, that moment of clarity is where transformation begins. Now, let me gently turn the mirror towards us as parents. Because this work does not begin with the child, right? It begins with us. One of the most confronting truths in emotional mastery is this: our children's big emotions often awaken parts of us that we are never fully supported, that we are never fully soothed, that we are, or understood when we were young. Do you understand? A child screaming can activate your own sense of helplessness. A child's defiance can touch old wounds of being disrespected or unheard. A child's tears can stir memories of times when we are told to stop crying and be strong, things like that. And when those unresolved emotions are triggered, we don't respond from wisdom again. We react from history. This is why two parents can face the same behavior and respond completely differently. The difference is not the child, it is the parent's internal state at that moment. So here's the most powerful parenting skill you will ever develop: the ability to regulate yourself before attempting to regulate your child. I often tell parents this simple truth: check your emotional state before you check your child. Because dysregulated adults cannot create regulated children. It doesn't work that way. This does not mean you must be perfect. No. It means you must be aware. Before responding, pause and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Is this about my child? Or is this touching something in me? Do you understand? This single pause can prevent escalation and protect connection. Now, let me give you practical tools, because Awareness without strategy is not enough, right? One of the fastest ways to ground yourself is through box breathing. You inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4 counts again, and hold again for 4 counts. Do you understand? This slows your nervous system and brings your thinking brain back online. Did you get that? Another powerful practice is naming your own feelings. Even silently, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling triggered. I'm feeling anxious. When you label an emotion, you reduce its intensity. This is true for adults just as it is for children. And sometimes the most regulated response is knowing when to step back. If you're emotionally flooded, it's not a failure to create space. It's wisdom. Did you get that? I need a moment to calm my body. I will come back when I'm more grounded. This models emotional responsibility to your child, not avoidance. Let me say this clearly, right? Especially to parents who carry guilt. You do not damage your child by being human. No, you don't. You damage connection by refusing to repair. When parents learn to self-regulate, something powerful happens. Their presence becomes stabilizing. Their voice becomes soothing. Their leadership becomes trusted. And this is why we don't just train children in the Master My Emotions challenge. No, we don't just train them. We train parents as well too by organizing workshops like this one, right? We provide tools for parents as well. We are currently giving out a free guide, the Calm Corner Setup Guide for Parents. We'll put the link in the group as well. We've been giving it out for free. Ensure you get it today. It's part of our anniversary gift to parents, and it won't be free for too long. So ensure you get it today. We'll put it there in the group. We also have one-on-one session with parents as well, yes, as well as with children. So you can contact me privately if you need any of these sessions, right? This is because emotionally regulated parents raise emotionally secure children. That's the truth. It's not about being calm all the time. No, it's about being aware most of the time and willing to grow. And when parents commit to this inner work alongside their children, emotional mastery stops being a struggle and becomes a shared journey. This is how homes change. This is how legacies shift. This is how emotional strength is passed on. Did you get that? Did you get that? You're welcome, Miss Celia. You're welcome. Now, let me just bring everything together in a way that feels practical, in a way that feels doable and empowering. Okay? Because insight only becomes transformation when it's applied, right? I don't want you living today inspired, but unsure of what to do next. I want you living clear. Do you understand? So here is your immediate action plan. It's very simple, intentional, and powerful. Are you ready? From today, begin daily observation, not judgment, just observation. For just a few days, watch for patterns. What time of the day emotions rise? What situations spark frustration? What happens right before a meltdown begins? And just as importantly, how you respond as well. Track it. This is not about blame. This is about data. You need data. When parents observe without shame, they gain wisdom. And wisdom gives you leverage. Next, choose one co-regulation exercise to practice at home consistently. Not all of them, just one. It could be breathing together. We've talked about breathing, right? Before bedtime, you can breathe together before bedtime every day. It could be naming emotions during calm moments. It could be grounding the body when tension rises. Do you understand? Consistency matters more than complexity. Your child's brain learns through repetition, not perfection. Okay? Now, here's your reflection assignment. And this is important. This is very important. Sometime this week, when a meltdown happens, don't aim to fix everything. Just notice. Notice the trigger. Notice the build up. Apply one tool you learned today. And afterward, reflect. Reflect gently. What happened? What helped? What did we learn? That single moment of reflection is where emotional mastery begins to take root in your child. And I want you to remember this because it reframes everything. You are not just correcting behavior, you are training the emotional brain. Do you understand? Every calm response, every moment of connection, every guided recovery, all of it is shaping neural pathways that will serve your child for life. For life. This is why I believe so deeply in this work. And this is why I am inviting you very intentionally to register your child, your children, in the Master My Emotions Challenge. Because what we've done today is opening the door. The challenge is where we will walk the journey. Inside the challenge, your child don't just hear about emotions. No, they will practice. They will practice mastery. Skills are not rushed. They are reinforced daily. That's why it's 1 week. This is not a one-off conversation. This is a structured, science-backed pathway to emotional strength. And for those of you who want your children to grow inside a community that reinforces these values, a place where emotional intelligence, confidence, faith, and leadership are nurtured intentionally, that is what the Exceptional Children's Tribe, that's why we exist. That's what we exist for. This is how we raise children who don't fear emotions. This is how we raise children who understand themselves. This is how we raise children who are resilient, reflective, and secure. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are exactly where growth begins. And if today gave you clarity, then the next step is commitment. Commitment to learning, commitment to practice, commitment to walking this journey with guidance and community. Because emotionally strong children are not born by accident. No, they are raised by intentional parents, and you are one of them. Thank you so much for trusting me with this moment. Thank you for showing up for your children today. I look forward to walking this journey with you, with your children, inside the Master My Emotions Challenge. And of course, inside the Exceptional Children's Tribe as well, if you're not there. We have a new cohort that will begin in April, actually, and end in December. So it's April to December. Do not delay. Register your children for the April to December cohort and watch transformation unfold. Watch the transformation unfold. Let me bring us gently, powerfully, and intentionally to this moment of closure. Because this is not the end of a session, right? This is the beginning of a shift. Today, we started with the brain, right? We moved into empathy. We grounded everything in practical tools. We learned the power of co-regulation. And we arrived at mastery, not as a destination, but as a process, right? You now understand meltdowns. They are not random, they are neurological. You understand that emotions are not the enemy, they are information. You understand now that regulation is not control, right? It is connection first, skill building next. You now see your child differently, not as difficult, but as developing. And perhaps, most importantly, you now see yourself differently, not as failing, but as learning. This is what neuroscience gives us, understanding. This is what empathy gives us, compassion. This is what tools give us, confidence. And this is what co-regulation gives us, a pathway to mastery. Let me leave you with a truth. I want you to carry into every hard moment ahead, right? You are not raising perfect children. You are not raising children capable of mastering themselves, right? Children who can feel deeply without being overwhelmed. You are raising children who can pause instead of explode. You are raising children who can recover, reflect, and grow. And that kind of child is not formed by fear. They are formed by guidance, by repetition, by safety, by intentional parenting. So before we close, I want to invite you again into something meaningful. Take a moment, just one, and reflect quietly. All right? What shifted for you today? What made sense in a new way? What are you seeing differently about your child or yourself? If you feel comfortable, I invite you to please share your reflection in the group. Share with us in the group, in the WhatsApp group. Not because you have it all figured out, but because mastery grows in community. We're not walking this journey alone. We are learning together, right? We are growing together. Am I correct? We are becoming more intentional together. And as you step into the days ahead, remember, every calm response matters. Every calm response matters. Every moment of connection counts. Every guided meltdown reshapes the brain. This is how transformation happens. Not in one perfect moment, no, but in many intentional moments. Thank you so much for being here again. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for choosing growth over guilt. And I look forward with deep confidence to walking this journey with you as we continue inside the Master My Emotions Challenge. And of course, the Exceptional Children's Tribe as well, the April cohort. This is not just parenting differently. This is raising a generation capable of emotional mastery. Let me close from the deepest place of my heart. Thank you truly, profoundly. Thank you for giving me your time, your most precious resource. Thank you. Thank you for showing up, not just as parents, but as intentional builders of your children's future. Thank you for learning, for leaning in, for listening, for being open to learning, unlearning and growing. I do not take this lightly at all. Any parent who invests time into understanding their child's emotional world is already changing a generation. Yes. And I want you to know how deeply honored I am that you chose to spend this moment with me. I am grateful. Now I want to gently invite you again into, something bigger than a program, community and environment. Community and environment are more powerful than values. You know that, right? When your child is learning emotional mastery, self-regulation, confidence, and empathy, but their environment is not reinforcing it, friction begins. Do you know that? Growth becomes harder. Progress slows. That is why I want to encourage you. Invite your friends, children, invite other parents, invite families you care about, invite them to register their children as well for the Master My Emotions Challenge. This is very important, it's critical. And of course, to join the Exceptional Children's Tribe as well. When children grow together, they rise together. When parents learn together, homes transform together. And when a community shares the same language of emotional intelligence, children thrive with far less resistance. Do you understand? I also want to invite you and your children to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please, I beg you, subscribe. There is so much value here. I'm telling you, teaching, encouragement, tools, stories, and resources that reinforce everything we are building together. Make it part of your family rhythm. And please remember this, every Saturday, we have our free live sessions. Every single Saturday at 2:30 p.m. UK time, and that is 3:30 West African time, 3:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Your children are welcome to join us live. These sessions are fun for children, engaging and deeply impactful. We play games, we share true stories, we laugh, and most importantly, we learn life skills that children carry with them long after the session ends. It's for everybody. It's open to everybody. Please make it a priority for your children to attend. It's free for all. It's a safe, uplifting environment where growth feels joyful. If you missed any part of today's session or you want to revisit it, the replay will be available through the same link, right? And I want you to feel completely free and encouraged to share that link to everyone you know. Share it with your friends, share this link with your family, share it far and wide in your parent groups, on your status, with anyone you know who needs this teaching. When you share this, you are not just sharing content. You know that, right? You are blessing homes. You are strengthening families. You are helping raise a healthier generation. Please also share the free guide. Yeah, we'll put the free guide in the group. Share it. Share the free guide you are giving out. Share it far and wide. Let it travel further than we ever can travel. And for those of you who invite parents, when you invite parents to register for, when you invite parents to register their children for the Master My Emotions Challenge, or even for the Exceptional Children's Tribe, I want you to know that you will earn 20% of whatever those parents pay for their children. This is just our way of saying thank you. Yeah? Thank you for partnering with us. That's just our way. Thank you for spreading this work. Now, because our time is fast spent today, I want to honor your questions properly. I want to honor your questions. Please drop all your questions in the group, the WhatsApp group. I'll personally respond to each and every one of them there. No rushing, no skipping, no surface answers, right? But before you go, I would truly, truly love to hear from you. In the group, please share your reflection. Share whatever stood out for you in this teaching of today. What shifted for you? How has this experience been for you? Just share your testimonials, no matter how they are, small or big, please. Other parents will benefit from it, who are still searching for hope and clarity. Once again, thank you deeply and sincerely. Thank you wholeheartedly for being here. Thank you so much for choosing growth over guilt. Thank you for choosing understanding over frustration. Thank you for choosing to raise children who can master themselves. This is how generations change. Yes. And I'm so grateful to you because I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be doing this with you. I'm so grateful to be joining with you today. Thank you so much. Okay, someone asked, can we register teenagers? It's from ages, the maximum is from ages 5 to 16. We have different classes from ages 5 to 16. We have different classes for different age groups. So yes, you can register a 16-year-old. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. So as I said, I'll take your questions in the group because our time is fast spent. Our time. Thank you so much. I see all the thank yous. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I would just put up our anniversary videos. Today is our anniversary, so please celebrate with us. Celebrate with us. Celebrate with us. Every emotionally growing child has something in common. A parent who chose intention over assumption. Parents who realized that love alone is powerful, but love guided with wisdom is transformative. Parents who said, I want my child to understand themselves, not just obey me. I want discipline that builds dignity, not fear. Over the last year, these parents partnered with us, and together we watched children grow in confidence, calmness, and clarity. As we celebrate 1 year, we honor those parents, and we also open space for new ones. You can begin gently with the Master My Emotions Challenge, a 1-week guided experience where children will be fully equipped to become bosses of their own emotions. You can also step fully into the April to December cohort of the Exceptional Children's Tribe for deeper, long-lasting transformation. 1 year of raising exceptional children, and we are just getting started. Parents, this invitation is open for you. Just click the link and join us today.
Confidence is not about being the loudest in the room. It's all about being emotionally intelligent and having your anger under control.
Confidence is about being creative.
Confidence is being bold and brilliant.
Confidence is about being fearless and unshakable. Confidence is all about having a healthy self-esteem. Confidence is about standing strong and being ready for anything.
Confidence is loving my culture and where I come from. My beautiful hair, my amazing skin. And happy anniversary, Exceptional Children's Tribe.
1 year of growth and we're just getting started.
1 year of work and we're just getting started.
1 year of transformation and we're just getting started.
1 year of growth and we're just getting started.
1 year of growth and we're just getting started.
Happy anniversary, Exceptional Children's Tribe.
Happy anniversary, the Exceptional Children's Tribe. Mwah!
Happy 1 year anniversary to the Exceptional Children's Tribe.
Happy anniversary, Exceptional Children's Tribe.
Happy 1 anniversary to the Exceptional Children's Tribe. Happy 1 year anniversary to the Exceptional Children's Tribe. Bye.
The Exceptional Children's Tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional Children's Tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive.
Today we celebrate 1 year of the Exceptional Children's Tribe. But this is not a finish line, it is evidence. Evidence that emotional intelligence can be taught, that confidence can be nurtured, that children thrive when identity, discipline, and God confidence are built together. 1 year ago, we planted a seed in faith. Today, we stand in testimonies, and now we look forward. In the past year, something humbling happened. Over 1,500 copies of the Exceptional Children's Book Series found their ways into homes across the nations of the world. Not because of hype, no, but because parents were looking for language, for tools and truth to help their children grow emotionally and confidently. Every book sold represents a family saying, we want to be intentional. If you are a parent who desires intentional emotional growth for your child, this season is an invitation. You can begin with the 1 week Master My Emotions Challenge. It will empower your child to become emotionally intelligent and resilient, to experience our approach in a focused way. Also, register your child for the April to December cohort of the Exceptional Children's Tribe. That will give you consistent long-term transformation. However you step in, know this, we are raising a generation that is emotionally intelligent, spiritually grounded, and confident in who God created them to be. 1 year of raising exceptional children, and we are just getting started. Register today. I'll see you there.
Who's got the spark? Who's got the drive? Who's got it? Who's got it? We're building leaders who'll thrive. That's right. That's right. Confident, strong, like a lion's roar. We're here to help you soar. The Exceptional Children's Tribe. Say it loud, say it proud. Who's got the spark? Who's got the drive? Who's got it? Who's got it? We're building leaders who'll thrive. That's right, that's right. Confident, strong, like a lion's roar. We're here to help you soar. The exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional children's tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Got dreams to chase, let's light the flame. We light it. Stand tall, be you, don't play their game. Be brave. Character strength, we'll build it high. Let's all shout it together. Why? Exceptional children's tribe. Say it loud, say it proud, we thrive. Exceptional children's tribe. We're bold, we shine, we come alive. Join the tribe and you'll see the best.